Hey, what's good, folks? You know this is your boy Jay. Like to welcome you to the channel, and I got a new video today. There's a singles epidemic going on, man, and it is getting wild out there.
Oh my God!
You know what? Without further ado, let's get to the first video. Fair use, fair use.
And I don't know if y'all saw, I forget the name of the church. It was like Union City or something church in Maryland, in that area. And they had a singles conference. And it was like the line of single people was like wrapped around the block. Like it was like, you would have thought Beyonce was in there. Like it was jam-packed. So
I wonder how many women compared to how many men were in that line. I'm just saying.
I'm like, all these single people looking for love, looking for relation. Something is going wrong. Something is going on. It can't be all of these single people and they're just, all of these single people, it can't be something wrong with them individually. Like there is just something going on in culture. There is something going on in society where people are just, I don't know, not genuine. People don't desire long-term relationships, marriages. It's like a single epidemic. It's a single pandemic. There's something going on. And I really hope that we get to the bottom of it soon. Because it feels good to be like, wow, okay, it's not just me. It's a lot of other people who are single, who are Christian, who value relationship, who still want, you know, the fairy tale ending, quote unquote. Yeah. And then the other part of me is like, damn. If it's 200 single women at the conference and I'm 201, like, am I ever going to get a man if the line in front of me has 200 other people also waiting for a man? Woo!
I mean, I like what she was. I like, you know what I'm saying, her enthusiasm and all that. But I'm going to tell you something. First of all, the reason why there's so many single people is two things. Number one, expectations. Expectations are just too high in today's society, especially on the woman to the man side. First of all, as a man, you have to fit all these qualifications for a woman. You have to be this tall, you have to make this amount of money, you have to be aesthetically pleasing, you got to be a great conversationalist, you have to have all these different things just for a woman to give you a chance. And a lot of dudes are saying, you know what, instead of not even trying to be that way, I'm gonna go ahead and just be single. I'm gonna go ahead and be single. And the sad part is women will go to these conferences, go to these tonight's conversation things, and these people will give you false information. They won't tell you the truth. They'll tell you what you want to hear. Then you'll leave these conferences not getting a man, not knowing how to get a man, but you done spent your money. They done got your money. They done gave you what you need. They gave you that quick fix, and now you still single. You know what I'm saying? And it makes no sense, but, you know, this is how society is. Social media has made it this way. But I got another clip from a female, and she responded, and I really, really want to see what she wanted to say. So let's go ahead and see what this other lady has to say about this single epidemic. Let's get to her video. Fair use, fair use.
A girl posted a video about how we are in a single epidemic, like an overwhelmingly large amount of people who are single, yet everyone seems to be looking for love. And I'd like to add my 2 cents as to why I think that is. I think it's three main things. I think one, everything has to be social media approved now. It's not enough for you to find somebody that makes you happy. You also have to find someone that is going to put you in a relationship where you're able to brag about it all on social media. And that's not helpful. Two.
Perfect. She hit around the head. It seems like, especially when you talk about women, a lot of women want a man that they can flaunt on social media. It's about social media. If you think about relationships before social media, You didn't have to worry about that. You didn't have to worry about posting your man or posting what y'all was doing and all these things. All you did, you would go out on a date. You would go to McDonald's and be happy. You would go to a movie and be happy. You go to Popeyes and be happy because you spent time with that person. But now, since everything is so much social media driven and so much social media trained and stuff like that, people want the approval of social media, and that's the problem.
Two, the idea that there is going to be this perfect person who completely understands you upon meeting them, and you won't have to communicate the way that you want to be treated, and you won't have to have these tough conversations, and everything will just work out perfectly. That's not helpful. And then three, which I think is like probably the most deadly and something that I myself am very guilty of, is that we have gotten so far into like encouraging everyone to be independent and be happy on your own, which is important. I say it all the time. It is very important. But I think that we're kind of in a point where we've overcorrected. Like, you keep seeing this rhetoric of like, oh, you don't owe people this, you don't owe people that, like, you don't have to put up with that. And I think that you guys are missing the fact that, like, when you are in a relationship with someone, even if it's not romantic, even in a friendship, there are going to be aspects of this relationship that are not necessarily pleasant all the time. And
see what she said? There's going to be parts of this relationship or friendship that's not going to be pleasant. There are going to be times where you're going to have conversations with people and you're not going to want to have that conversation. This is why relationships don't last, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know what relationships last the longest? When those two people that are in a relationship can have those conversations that aren't pleasant, and you come up with a resolution, and you both agree on that resolution, and you continue. Life is a marathon. A relationship is a marathon. People want that quick fix. They want that quick fix, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty type of relationship, but it's not going to happen. Relationships take work, and a lot of people don't understand that.
The solution can't always be, well, never mind, I'm just going to be single, I'm just going to be by myself, or let's just go no contact, let's just not even be friends anymore. That's not the solution. Everything cannot be solved by, oh, I'll just be by myself and let's just not do this anymore. That's not how you stay in a relationship. Yes, you do need to be independent. Yes, you need to get to a place where you are happy on your own. But if you want to be in a relationship, it is going to come with tough decisions and decisions that will come where you could make the choice to say, I'm just going to be single. Let's just not try anymore. Or you could compromise and be patient and be forgiving. Like, being in a relationship of any sort, again, not even romantic, being in any sort of relationship is going to cause you to have some sort of a conflict. And you can't solve conflict if your very first or last answer is to just say, let's forget it. Let's just split up. A
lot of people do that. A lot of people just give up. I'm not gonna lie. I've been guilty of this myself. I would be in situations where me and the woman, we would get into some conflict or something, and I would say, fuck it, I just give up. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn over time that, I can't do that. Because at the end of the day, if I keep on doing that, it's like you invest in time, say you invest in some stock. And if the stock doesn't increase as far as the value of the stock, you pull out too quick. Instead of just holding on and letting it grow slowly. People want that quick investment. People treat relationships like the lottery. You think you're going to hit it every time. You think you're going to hit the lottery every time. Sometimes when you're in a relationship with somebody, sometimes you just have to sit there. You have to get to know the person, go through the hard times with that person, and then you'll realize then when you go through the hard times and y'all come through it on the other end, y'all are better for it.
Not how you stay together. I'm glad and I'm grateful that society and women specifically, really women, have moved past a point of needing to be in a relationship because, like, if you weren't attached to a man, then you could not provide for yourself. I'm glad for that. But the reason why your grandparents and all of them stayed together was because they had to stay together and they didn't have any choice. And that it's great that we're not in that anymore. But I do think in order to maintain a long-term partnership, especially someone you want to be with for the absolute rest of your life, you do need to have a mindset of like, okay, I'm going to be in this. Like, leaving actually is not an option. Like, I'm going to stay and I'm going to make this relationship the best that I can make it, because that's what I committed to. That's what I decided to do. And leaving and being by myself is not an option. But
yeah, I mean, see, this is the thing she hit on. People give up too quick. People give up they just give up too quick. If that person isn't everything they desire in the first 2 days, they give up. And this is why so many people are single. This is why so many men are deciding, you know what, I'd rather just be by myself, make my money, do what I need to do, stay on my purpose, and don't worry about a relationship. And women are so like, why are these men not trying to be in a relationship? Ladies, you need to understand that when you are looking for a certain type of man, remember, a lot of women are looking for that same man. That man has a pick of the litter. Instead of finding somebody who's going to make you happy, who's going to do everything in his power to make sure that you have everything you need, you want a man that is just perfect. Nobody's perfect. And men know this. Men know that all women aren't perfect. Men will take a woman, or man will take a woman who isn't necessarily perfect, but she has qualities about herself that make her the one that he can spend the rest of his life with. You know what I'm saying? Women don't do that. A woman wants a man to have every single thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A woman can have 1, 2, 3, and the man will be happy. And this is why the single epidemic is the way it is. Because you have men and women continuously conflicting with each other and not coming up with resolutions. But hey, what do y'all think? Why do you think there's a singles epidemic? Let me know in the comments. It's your boy Jay here with another video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. On my road to 10,000 subscribers. Let's get the conversation started. I'll leave the link to both contents in the description. Until next time, folks, I'm out.